If you see a dog wagging its tail and instantly think it means they are happy, you are making an assumption that causes thousands of preventable dog bites every single year. Imagine coming home after a long, exhausting day at work. You open the front door, walk into the living room, and your dog approaches you with their tail swinging back and forth. You reach down to pet them, thinking they are overjoyed to see you, but suddenly they growl or snap. You are left shocked, wondering what went wrong. The reality is, a wagging tail does not equal a happy dog. In canine psychology, a wagging tail simply means emotional arousal. It is the engine running, but it does not tell you which direction the car is driving. To truly understand what your dog is feeling, we have to look at how their brain processes emotion. Studies in modern canine neuroscience have revealed something fascinating. Just like human brains, a dog's brain is divided into two hemispheres, and each side controls different emotional responses. The left hemisphere processes positive, approach-oriented emotions like joy and excitement. The right hemisphere controls withdrawal, fear, stress, and anxiety. Because the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body, a dog experiencing true happiness will actually wag their tail more toward their right side. When a dog is feeling anxious, threatened, or cautious, their brain shifts control to the right hemisphere, causing the tail to bias toward the left side. This brings us to the very first warning sign you must learn to spot: the subtle left-sided wag. When you greet your dog or when a stranger approaches them on a walk, look closely at the sweep of the tail. If you notice the tail swinging more toward the dog's left side, that dog is not relaxed. They are actively processing uncertainty, fear, or hesitation. Pushing your affection onto a dog displaying a left-biased wag can quickly escalate a nervous dog into a defensive one. If we ignore these signals, the tension escalates rapidly. Most people miss the quiet warning signs, assuming that movement always equals playfulness. But when high arousal meets underlying fear, a bite is often the result. Take the case of a typical busy dog owner named Sarah. Sarah comes home stressed, drops her bags, and immediately bends down over her dog, Cooper. Cooper starts wagging his tail, but his body is totally rigid. Sarah assumes he is happy, so she puts her face close to his to give him a hug. In Cooper's mind, a tense, looming human is entering his space while he is already overwhelmed. Because Sarah missed the subtle warning in his tail, Cooper reacts to defend himself. Sarah leaves the interaction confused and hurt, believing her sweet dog bit her out of nowhere. But it was not out of nowhere. The warning was right there in plain sight. Here is an unexpected fact about canine neurology that changes everything. A dog's tail is not just an emotional output, it is a primary tool for physical balance and chemical communication. When a dog wags their tail, the movement physically pumps their unique scent markers from their anal glands into the surrounding air. A high, stiff wag is a deliberate attempt to spread their scent as far as possible to declare dominance and clear space, whereas a low or tucked tail seals those scent glands off to keep the dog hidden and safe. This leads us directly to the second critical warning sign: the high-speed, stiff, vertical wag. Often called the flag wag, this happens when the tail is held high and rigid, vibrating rapidly at the tip like a buzzing wire. The speed of the movement often tricks owners into thinking the dog is thrilled. In reality, this high-tension wag indicates maximum arousal and potential hostility. The dog's nervous system is fully primed for action, and their tolerance threshold is dangerously low. Touching or confronting a dog displaying a high, stiff flag wag is one of the quickest ways to trigger a defensive strike. The biggest mistake most dog owners make during these moments is relying on the tail alone, while completely ignoring the rest of the body. You cannot read a single tail wag in isolation. An owner might see a wagging tail and miss the hard stare in the dog's eyes, the closed mouth, the tense facial muscles, or the shifted weight toward the front paws. When you only look at the tail, you miss the full message, breaking the trust between you and your dog by forcing them into uncomfortable situations. Stop right now and ask yourself, how many times have you misread your dog's silence as calm when they were actually completely frozen in stress? This brings us to the third and most dangerous tail wag of all: the slow, low rhythmic sweep accompanied by a freeze. This is often seen when a dog is guarding a resource, like a bone or a favorite spot on the couch. The tail moves back and forth in a slow, deliberate pendulum motion, while the rest of the dog's body stays completely motionless. This is not a relaxed dog taking their time. This is a dog sending a clear final warning. The slow movement is a visual display telling you that you are crossing a boundary. And the physical freeze means they are bracing to react if you take one more step forward. To keep your home safe and build true trust with your dog, you must change how you respond to these warning wags. When you spot a left-biased wag, a high stiff flag wag, or a slow freeze wag, immediately stop moving toward your dog. Disengage your eye contact, step back slightly and lower your physical energy. Give your dog the physical space they are asking for so their nervous system can regulate back down to a calm state. Here is one simple shift you can try today. The next time you walk through your front door, refrain from immediately rushing over to pet your dog. Instead, enter quietly, stand tall, and observe their tail and body language for 5 full seconds. Let them make the choice to approach you with a loose, full-body wiggling sweep before you offer your hands. The ultimate truth of canine psychology is simple. Respecting your dog's boundaries when they are stressed is the highest form of love you can show them. A happy dog wags their entire body from their shoulders down to their hips in a loose, fluid wave. When you learn to listen to what their tail is truly saying, you transform from a well-meaning owner into a leader your dog can genuinely trust. By paying attention to the subtle mechanics of your dog's movement, you unlock a window directly into their emotional world, replacing misunderstanding with true connection. Now that you know how to decode the hidden language of the tail, what about the rest of your dog's body? Do you know the subtle eye signal that proves your dog trusts you completely, or the silent mouth movement that reveals hidden stress before a bark ever happens?